What is going on, guys? I am Simple Simon. Welcome to Collectible Show and Tell. It's been more than 4 months since the last episode. And we also had a slight change today. TM Nerdy, unfortunately, had to pull out about an hour ago. He started to not feel well, so that's all good. We'll hit him up again in the future. So it's all good. I got a replacement for TM Nerdy. It's me. I'm going to be on today. Yay. So I had to scramble and find some stuff to show people. Anyway, before I bring on my guest, I'll quickly shout out the chat. Kevin, what's happening, mate? Matt, Andrew, they were on the last episode all those months ago. So if you guys didn't see, keep on collecting. It was a banger of a show when they came on. Sean, what's happening, mate? Oh, didn't click on it properly. Sean, oh, you got it wrong, Matt. It's Shaun, I believe. That's Sean. 1 in 3 chance of getting it right. Who else is going on? Hey, Mike, what's going on, mate? Can't stay, but definitely no worries, bud. I tried to get Mike on one time, but he's just like, he lives out in like the woods where like he doesn't get any internet reception or some shit. Anyway, before I start and bring on the guests, if you guys are watching this and you enjoy this, make sure you check out the description below. I've got a list of every previous episode down there, so you can check out my previous guests, and also you can follow all my guests today. All right. Besides me, the other returning guest today, last time he came on, oh mate, he killed it. I was blown away by what he brought to the table. So I'm excited to have him back. Nick the Comic Nerd.
What's up, man? How's it going? Dude?
I'm good, man. I'm good. It's been a while.
It has, yeah. I'm very happy to be back, though. I kind of scrambled to find some stuff, but like I just moved in October, so I was like, everything's in the attic.
Yeah,
I have so much stuff around. I was like, I have 5 cool things that are going to take forever to show all of you. So
sweet. I was actually wondering because I saw a couple of your videos and the background had changed. I was like, wait, did you move? I was
yeah.
Story, so
yeah.
Cool. Whereabouts are you now? You still?
I literally moved half mile down the road, so it wasn't
okay.
A
Cool.
Thankfully.
Easy move.
Yeah.
Nice.
Trying to keep it easy.
All right, my next guest making his debut. The always funny OmniBeau from the Aussieverse.
Yo, what up, boys? How you going today?
What's up, man?
What's going on, mate?
Great to see you.
As you can tell, the Aussies here, we're a little bit tired. It's 9:30 in the morning, so. All right. You know what? Since I'm on today, I'm going to start because normally I have the returning guest start, but I guess I've been on this show more than anyone, so I'll go first, and then we'll go Nick, and then we'll go to Beau. So, hang on, it's been a while since I did a live stream either, so I think you do this, right? Yeah, okay, I've still got it. What am I going to show first? I'll show this first. Just the easy little figurine to start it off. I've been really into aliens, a lot of people know recently, but also it all started when I watched Prey, the new Predator movie. So I've also been very much into Predator. In fact, I did a video on my hit list for this year for the comic book hit list, and the first Predator was one of them. I actually recently got it for a steal of a price.
Nice.
But anyway, this is a figurine. I think it's a NECA figure. I'm not actually sure. So we have a toy shop here called Lobo's, which I'm sure Beau knows of. Awesome shop. Like, Nick, if you ever come to Melbourne, Lobo's, just hit me up, mate. We're going to Lobo's because it's just an awesome shop. Even these guys keep on collecting. They're from Sydney, and when they came down here, they did this awesome vlog, and yeah, they went to Lobo's and were blown away. But awesome shop. So on my birthday, me and Sarah went to Lobo's just to have a look. And since it was my birthday, Sarah's like, "I'll buy you a figurine." So this is
nice.
This is what I chose. Pretty awesome. The only weird thing is, I thought the mask would come off, but it doesn't. It's like it looks like it should come off, but
it looks like it slides off the face. Yeah,
but it doesn't come off. So, but awesome looking figure. There was something broken about it, though. I remember. That's right. He's got his little Wolverine blades on his. I can't really see it there, but his little Wolverine blades on his hand are kind of snapped off. But still pretty cool. I like buying loose figures as well because I'm an inbox collector. Being able to buy a figure loose gives me a reason to be able to have it out as well. So
absolutely,
play with it.
Yeah.
Detail. I love the people who do the toy photography stuff. Like,
yeah.
I'd love to do that.
That's aggressively relaxing has read my mind, man.
Where we go? I didn't even see him in the chat. Oh, there he is.
Same.
Yeah.
It's such a good cosplay.
Yeah, there's been some really good Predator cosplays I've seen at the cons down here. But yeah, that is my first round. A little bit of Predator to start it off. I got to rewatch Prey. It was so good.
It was fantastic.
All right, Nick. Sorry. There we go. What you got?
What do I go with? I'll go. I'm just gonna try and go small to large, I guess.
All
So
right.
I got this for Christmas last year. I was gonna. I think last time I was here, remind me, Simon. Did I show you guys the gold Pokemon thing that my brother had got? It was Poliwhirl. It was like a gold-plated card that came from Burger King.
Yeah,
I think I
you
showed
did.
that.
Yeah.
So the year after, he gets me this. This was a toy at Wendy's in. I think it had the date on it. I have the date on it. 2002. So it looks like it's just the regular Mario Kart for the Game Boy Advance, but the back of it is actually just this little thing, and you really just spin the wheel to race the cars around and pattern on the inside. He got it at I think he got it at like a yard sale or a thrift shop, but it has like the items on there, like the bananas in there, the star powers in the corner. Like it shows this is number 4 of 5. So I love this kind of stuff.
That is so cool.
Yeah, it has like the time is at the top of it and stuff. So this was like I said, I think this was a Wendy's toy because I don't know if do you guys have like Wendy's out there, like fast food?
We have Wendy's, but it's different than your Wendy's. Your Wendy's does burgers and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Back in the 80s, we had your Wendy's. Yeah. I remember it was the girl with the pigtails, and it just disappeared.
Our Wendy's is our Wendy's does like ice. What is it like?
I don't even know anymore, bro. Seriously, I don't know what Wendy's does that here.
They do like milkshakes and hot dogs.
Oh my god! You know we don't do hot
ice cream or something like that. I feel like your Wendy's is going to come back. I thought I read somewhere where they're going to be opening an American Wendy's somewhere. And you guys do. It's got the. You guys have this. It's like a square burger or something.
Square patty. Yep, they're square patties, not circular.
Oh really? No, I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
so, I would like to eat some American Wendy's, but so you're saying that that was like the gift, like a toy you'd buy, like something, and you get
so like at McDonald's they called it a Happy Meal. I think they just called it a kids meal because if you look, there's like that little logo. There you go.
Oh yeah,
it says Wendy's kids meal. They don't do that anymore. Now it's just like on the bag kind of. So, but it was super cool because especially like I don't know if you guys know in a lot of like Nintendo games, going from Game Boy Advance to like the GameCube, in the corner on the screen, it was like it was a triangle, and it would say only 4 and then the system name. So like Luigi's Mansion and Super Mario Sunshine, for example, said only 4 Nintendo GameCube. And it's cool because they actually kind of went into the detail, and it says only 4 Game Boy Advance because that was the only way you could get Mario Kart Super Circuit at the time. Like that was the only version for the Game Boy Advance. So,
and nice touch.
Did they have other ones? Like were they just like?
Yeah, I don't remember what they were. I want to say.
Were they all Game Boy things?
Yeah, it was the same thing. It was this, and then it had the circle, and it moved. Like I think there was a Donkey Kong Country one, that's the only other one I remember. But it was all a Nintendo. It was all like a Game Boy Advance thing at the time because I want to say the Advance came out in like 2001, 2002. So I think it was like kind of the perfect time for it. So, but yeah, I love this thing. I have this thing displayed all the time. Like these little things he finds. Like I said, last year it was the Burger King one, and this year it was this. So. I love this stuff. Yeah.
Very cool. Never seen that before. All right. Bo, what you bringing?
Right. So this was quite hard because I didn't realize I collected so much. So what I've done is I've grouped some things into like.
I hope you know that I want you to be the returning guest one day. So people come on here sometimes and I feel like they show too much. I feel like they want to show me everything. You'll be back, Bo. It's okay.
All right, sweet. Well, then.
No.
Okay.
Go as planned.
Okay. So number one, my favorite, if I'm being honest, thing that I do collect, and it might sound a little cheesy, but is my partner's art. So for my birthday and stuff, she creates me the most awesome stuff. And
that is sick.
Yeah, so I've told her to make a Carnage one next, so we can put it, next to each other. And then like she's even got, every now and then she'll just draw stuff as well for me.
Oh, it's really awesome.
Cool. Yeah. I think that's really, really cool. And stuff like that takes her like, I don't know, half an hour. So it blows me away, lately she even did art in this comic.
Oh, really?
Sizzle and Dog into the Multiverse. Cool. So this is printed by Comic Studios, which is Aussieverse's sponsor. And the owner Shane decided to do his own comic, and every page was done by a different artist. And it was continuing a story where he was just dropping through portals. And every page is an artist showing their world of where they've landed. So hers, if I can find it, I should have had it prepared.
Can I just say, with all the garbage Venom covers that came out last year, that hers should have been a cover, because that is fantastic. And they put out so many trash covers last year.
There you go. So that's her page. This one here.
That's cool, man.
That's really awesome.
So if you get her to do a Carnage one, you're going to get it to face the Venom, like the
absolutely, man.
That's cool.
That's awesome.
So that's my number one. And
how much? Wait, you've got more. Like, how much of her art would you say has she done for you?
She's done quite a bit, actually. I really need to get some sort of for the drawings, especially. I need to get some sort of book and a scrapbook, and be able to put it in there and have it all. Because at the moment it's sort of just lying around everywhere. So yeah.
Nice. Because I might have to hit her up for a commission because
seriously,
I like collecting art. So
but I keep telling her to get blank covers.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I really like. I prefer to collect sketch covers, but I do have a folio now with some original art, so I want to fill that a little bit more.
Yeah.
But I want to hit up artists that aren't so famous, so I can actually afford their art. So. All right. Where are we going? I'll go with these next. So on some of our videos, I've shown these before, but Sarah, not on this show, but Sarah often shows her little mystery figures that she picks up. So there's a place here called Pop Mart, and they just sell little mystery box figures, but they're all created by different artists and things like that. But they have a DC range, so I just thought I'd show my few DC ones that I picked up. So the first one I ever got was this one, which is a little Batman.
Oh, that's cool.
Now the funny thing is, so I think the last time I bought one, I got a double and I wasn't happy. I got a Batman again. So I gave it to Sarah. But the thing I noticed with the second one was he actually has a Batarang that comes with him. And I mustn't have noticed the first time, and I got rid of the box and I don't have his Batarang. So I'm pretty sure I told Sarah I was going to keep the Batarang, but I must have, I don't know, I probably just lost it. But yeah, that's the Batman one. I've also got a Cyborg here. So they're all kind of just like cutesy looking.
Yeah, that was really neat. Yeah. What's the company that makes it?
So the shop is called Pop Mart. Pop Mart. And they're all created, I think, by different artists. And yeah, it's really weird. It's like, how you buy like mystery figures and boxes. Yeah. It's a whole shop just full of those, but a lot of them aren't like things you'll know. So like this, I'm surprised I had this because like the stuff Sarah gets, I don't know what that is. It's just the name of the artist. But this is like DC stuff. So I was like, oh yeah, I'll get some DC ones. So there's that. And then I also got this one, which is Wonder Woman. Whoop.
Nice.
Focus. But yeah, I really want to get like the Joker and the Harley ones. But it's just like the $20 each.
Oh, wow.
So when you get a double, it really leaves a bad taste in your mouth, right? Yeah. You're like, man, what the hell? So I think she's got some accessories which I haven't even opened up yet. But yeah, she's got a little shield. And I don't know what that is. That's probably the stand for her and stuff. But yeah, they're pretty cool. I just oh wait, there's the full range.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I really want to get like the Harley and the Joker, and then I'd probably be pretty happy. Superman's pretty cool.
Yeah, that Catwoman was great too.
Yeah. And then I don't know what do you reckon? Oh wait, that mystery one's got to be, what do you reckon? Invisible plane or something? It looks like a plane.
Oh, maybe, yeah. That's cool.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, $20. I haven't bought one for a while because I like that Batman double just pissed me off.
Yeah, it's tough. Because it's like you can't bring it back to them and be like, hey, this is a double.
Yeah, right? That would be the best if you could.
Yeah.
All right, Nick.
All right, so I put these on my Instagram the other day, and I love them. I fell way too hard in love with these. Right before Guardians of the Galaxy 3 came out on Instagram, an ad came up, and this company which I bought from before called Diff makes it's charitable eyewear, so they don't really take all the profit for it. But I ended up buying. This is the case it came in.
Oh,
They're the exclusive Guardians of the Galaxy 3 sunglasses, and I love them.
yeah.
I'm literally hooked. I wear them like everywhere except for I try not to like wear them if I'm like in a sweat or something, but if you look careful, I'm trying to get it to show. But they have the logo on them and everything on both sides.
Awesome.
Yeah, I love it. And then you know how like when you buy glasses, it comes with a like a cloth to clean them with. So this one is, let me just reopen it. Oh boy, here we go. Oh, there we go. Nope. The cloth to actually clean the glasses and like wipe them off with is actually the logo. So it's yeah,
that's mad.
It's ridiculous. I saw them and I was talking to my girlfriend. And I was like, "How do you feel about me buying these sunglasses?" She's like, "They're kind of douchey." I was like, "But they're the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 exclusives, and you know that's my favorite thing." She's like, "I know," and I was like, "I think I'm gonna buy them." And then I picked her up, and then the other day, and she was just like, "You look like such a douche." I'm like, "Really?" And then I wore them the whole night. We went to like mini golf and top golf, and I was like, "I'm not taking these off now." So,
mate, I reckon it's worth it just for that.
100%. Yeah, like this alone is. I was like, "Oh, there's just a patch," and it's not. And I was like, "It looked like a patch though." But yeah, I love them.
It's funny because those glasses were very like 80s, like 80s or early 90s, sort of like you know that was like the thing. But they've come back massively, man. Like that's like,
oh yeah.
I really, and I don't want to offend anyone, but I don't understand the fashion these days that the kids are into. Like one of the dudes at work, and he's cool. He's a cool. Oh, actually, doesn't work with us anymore, but he's a cool dude. He's like 20, I don't know, early 20s. He's got like the best mullet. Like all these kids who have mullets down here these days, they're really lame. But he's got a really, because his hair's curly, so he's got like a long curly mullet with the short front.
Oh wow,
he looks cool. But his dress sense, I'm just like, you dress like a 50-year-old man. Like he just,
funny.
it's like it's cool to be daggy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's interesting.
Back in my day, they wore an onion on the belt because that was the style of the time.
Yeah,
I saw your video actually of you wearing that, and you were looking pretty.
Was that not a great transition? I was so happy with that outcome.
I don't know what your girlfriend's complaining about, mate.
Thank you.
Very, very sexy in those.
If she's watching this, she won't comment, but she's shaking her head at you.
All right, Beau.
All right, so this one is one of my favorite ones as well, actually. I've always had a dream of what I'm going to do with my comic rooms. And I say rooms, and I'm only allowed one, but I have a dream of how you're going to set it up, right? And one of the things is having a bunch of masks. And over the years, I've collected masks, comic-related masks, and I've never been able to put them all up, and they just sit there. So you start with like the cheap sort of, you know, Kmart sort of ones. You know, you've got your War Machine, you've got your Iron Patriot, Thor.
You should
Captain
wear that for the rest of the show.
Black Panther, Iron Spider. Miles Morales, Spider-Man.
Nice.
But then you can take it up a notch and you can get sort of custom-made ones done as well.
Sick.
Right?
Put it on.
You know it fits. Yeah, you know it fits.
Man.
That is fantastic. Don't take it off for the rest of the show. That is fantastic.
Yeah. It's gonna.
Oh, that is awesome.
All right, just before you continue, Beau,
unfortunately has to go off for this.
Just before you continue, Beau, I just need to. This is the first time this has happened on the channel. I can finally show one of my super chat videos. Yeah, thank you, Old Wolf. Here we go. You ready? This is the first time. I've got 9 videos, so there's 8 more videos if anyone wants to throw in some super chats. But anyway, here's the first one. Super chat, baby. Yeah.
That was good. Tony, you're the
you,
man.
That's mad.
Thank
That's
you.
mad.
That was great.
All right. Continue, Bo.
One mask that I always wanted was Doom, right? And I even started looking up like Etsy and things like that. Where can I get a Doom mask, right? And everywhere's really expensive, and I've bookmarked some. And then lo and behold, man, I go to my local, I guess in America you'd call it a thrift store, possibly.
Mm-hmm.
Here we call them op shops, opportunity shops.
Okay.
And I've gone and dropped off a bunch of DVDs to them that I don't want anymore. And I find for $5 or $10, this just sitting there, and it blew me away. And I went, "Oh my god!" I went and I got a green cloak.
Yeah,
I had
perfect.
this and I plan on making a Doctor Doom full costume one day.
Nice.
And I guess the last part of this would be the then more expensive sort of, hot toy sort of ones.
Does that fit your head? That one? That's the one that came out.
It does.
Long ago.
All of these ones do. The
That's cool.
And then as well. So, and there's still more I got to get, bro. There's like Star-Lord's one, the Black Panther one. Oh,
I have the Black Panther and the Iron Man. They're so cool.
Yeah, aren't they? Yeah. All right. That was my next one.
You got to get mannequin heads to put on the wall for all of them, though, so they sit perfectly.
Dude, I don't know where to get them. Like, I worked at a place that, anyway, I've gotten 2 or 3 of them, and I need like 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My brother's got some mannequins because my brother in his man cave's got a stormtrooper, like a full stormtrooper suit, a Darth Vader suit.
Oh.
And when I went there recently in the video, you see the Darth Vader, but he doesn't have the mask on, and he's also got a Neo outfit. So it's like Neo with a full trench coat, and it's got like a Neo looking head.
Yeah.
So his Neo is literally dressed up as Darth Vader, but it doesn't have the helmet on. So it's just got Neo's head with Darth Vader's body. Really
Anyone
weird.
know where I can get some heads? Let me know. I found these like cheap polystyrene ones on eBay.
Yeah, those ones. I've got one of those for my wig.
Yeah.
This wig that I'm wearing now.
Right.
All right. What's going on, Nick? All right. Yeah, I've got the Mando helmet, but it goes on my head, but if I push it all the way down, it is never coming off. And I will literally be a Mandalorian.
I'm pretty lucky mine slides on and off. Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got a big fat head. So what's going on, Chop? All right. What do I want to play next? What else have I got left? Okay. Let's go with this one. All right. This one, I don't think I've shown this. So I literally just before the show, because I had to scramble to find things. I checked out the last time I was on to make sure I didn't show any of these things, but there's still a chance I might have shown them previously. But this is a crow. I feel like I've shown this, but it's okay. I've got a second thing to go with it, just in case I have. But this is my crow. I don't know if it's a figure or a statue, is it? I think it articulates, so it might be a figurine.
That is so cool.
Yeah, that is beautiful.
But very cool. I had this poster. A lot of people I know, but I had this poster on my wall when I was growing up in high school. It was like my pride and joy of my room. That poster. It's got the window on the side.
It's such a shame, man. The Crow is just like it kills me. It's like a beautiful goddamn movie, and they only did it once, and they tried so many times after that with so many different things. The comics are good, but yeah.
It's the same story. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's always.
But you could make you know. I've always said it about anything that's shit. It always comes down to good writing, and
I feel like. Sorry, go.
No, and that was it. You just need good writing, mate.
I feel like they could have done something that was a little bit more like it'd be cool rather than every story be standalone. If it continued somehow, like he came back to life, avenged the death, but now he's stuck there. You know, now what sort of thing. And if there was a more of a story like that carried on through movies, that'd be good. They're rebooting it with.
But they've been saying that for years, man. I remember
literally, it's done. Bill Skarsgård. Is going to be playing him. So
yeah. I remember Bon Jovi was offered the role back.
Yes,
in the day.
I remember that.
You know?
I remember that.
And it's the same. It's the same with Predator as well, man. I love Predator to death, but there are so many different things you could do with that, and they just don't. It just kills me.
Did you like Prey?
I did, but I wish, like, as much as I liked Prey, my only thing that I didn't like was that it's the same old story. And don't get me wrong, I know it was different, but someone fighting a predator and coming on top. Show us the worlds of Predator, man. Show us the backstory. Show us all that shit.
I went and rewatched all of the Aliens and all the Predators recently, right? And the Alien versus Predator movies, I mean, I didn't like them when I first saw them, and I didn't like them the second time around. But there were some cool things about the first one, like how they had the whole backstory about like the aliens versus predators on that planet and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But man, you know the most recent. So before Prey, there was that other Predator movie. I think it was just called Predator.
Mm-hmm.
I couldn't get through it. Like it's hard for me not to be able to get through a movie, but I got about halfway through and I was like, I can't do this anymore.
You're not talking about
Brody?
No, that one was good. That one I didn't mind.
Okay.
The one after that,
yeah,
I was like,
I think Predators is the best one out of all of them.
Yeah,
Predators was good. That was really well done. But the one after that, which I think is the first one called Predator, like with Arnie. Is that just Predator? Yeah. I think this one's called The Predator.
Yeah.
Probably made like
Predator 2, Predators, The Predator.
Yeah, that one was so bad. Like it was like a comedy almost. It was terrible. Anyway, but Prey I thought was really good. Anyway, the other thing I bought that was Crow related was this. I thought I'd jump on eBay recently and try to pick up one of these. Yeah, it's a VHS tape. So I remember watching this back in the day, and there was a I don't know if this has it on there, but there was an interview with Brandon Lee before the movie starts, and I'll never forget the thing that blew my mind so much because I was pretty young when this movie came out. He was smoking a cigarette in the interview. I was like, "What? Brandon, like Bruce Lee's son smokes cigarettes? That's not good for you."
That's funny.
So yeah, I picked this up. I can't remember. I paid maybe $15 for it or something like that. And then recently I was sorry, do you have a VHS? Yeah, I've got 2 VCRs.
Oh, well, that's all right then.
I don't. They're just packed away for a rainy day, but I do have a VCR. It's more. I just wanted to have this as more of a collector's item, you know, because people are collecting VHS now. But
yep.
Yeah, so I paid about $15, I think, on eBay for it, and then me and Sarah were at this place, which is like it's called like Retro Pickers Haven. It's just like a place that has this old stuff, and they had the whole VHS section. They had one there for $4, and I was like, "Damn it!" But whatever. Glad I got some history in here. But yeah, all the VHS collectors are like collecting sealed stuff.
Yeah,
and that like a sealed copy would go for big money, but I'm good. I don't need to be sealed. All right, Nick.
All right, I'm busting open 2 quick bins of stuff. So I don't know if you guys remember when there was a game system called. I'm doing like a lot of Mario stuff. I feel like there was a system called the Nintendo Wii U. It came between the Wii and the Switch, and it was kind of like you could hold it in your hand or you could put it on the screen. It depended what game you were playing. And then Nintendo launched these things called Amiibos, and the Amiibos were little figures that you got for like $11 that you then put on top of the system, and it like sunk them into the system, and you could choose to have that Amiibo do something. So like, I'm just trying to find a quick example of an easy one. So like you would take Yoshi, for example, and like there's a reader on the bottom of this, and you would put it on the system, and Yoshi would go into Super Smash Bros. With you as your partner, and you could like level him up. He was the computer though, and you could change his abilities. Like instead of using like a fireball for Mario, he would like launch a rocket. Like it was really cool. And we would go to GameStop like every other Friday, and we would take our Amiibos with us because they would have tournaments. So like you'd put your Amiibo up against other people's, and it would get huge. Like there were so many of them. And then what's cool is people never knew this, but a lot of the original ones, like these are the Super Smash Brothers ones. These are actually the poses that the all of the characters show when you select them as your fighter in Super Smash Bros. So, like I said, I ended up just collecting all of them. I didn't like play with all of them, but Fox and Falco from Star Fox 64.
I got to admit, when these came out, and I used to go, I never had it, and I used to go to other people's house and see them. It used to fascinate me. I used to be so jealous that I never had it. So I didn't realize there were so many.
Oh yeah,
Bowser Jr., Pac-Man, because like when that came out, that was when like Nintendo kind of like launched all of their like Super Smash Brother figures and everything at once. I think I have all of the Pokemon. Actually, I don't, because eventually Mewtwo and Lucario.
I don't even remember those ones.
Yeah, it's crazy because, like I said, like you could level. Like I think in Super Smash Bros, for example, they leveled up to like level 50, and you could teach them like different things. So, like if your B button was, like I said, the fireball. Oh, there's Mario. If your B button was the fireball, instead of it like bouncing and dribbling like it did in the game, like you would just launch it straight, but like it might have less damage or something like that. Like it like went off. Like it was super cool, and me and my friend would just play for hours. And then there were other games they attached to also. It's Greninja and Pikachu. Like then they made a second line of them. Hold on, I'll find it real quick. Oh, they made custom ones. Like I have this one.
Oh, yeah, I remember those.
Geez.
The pixelated one.
Yeah, I think that's like 64 pix Mario. But then they remade a bunch of the characters for. How come I can't find my Mario ones? Can't find it. There we go. They remade them for Mario Party. So like if you were bored of playing Mario Party by yourself, you would just touch these to the screens instead. And like then these would be the computers, and you could choose to like make them harder or worse. But then they stayed that level with you, and it was really fun. It made it like the game a lot harder. Even this one, like I don't know if you guys ever played Yoshi's Woolly World, but they made a yarn one, and the bottom of it, it's like tough.
Oh, what? I was going to say, what? That's an amiibo?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's I had all three, and I gave like 2 to a friend. So, and I just held on to them ever since because I love the Mario stuff. Like it never gets old for me. So
they still make amiibos. Do they still work? Like, is there still a game that uses them?
Yeah, so Smash Bros still uses them. I remember if you use them in Yoshi's Woolly World, like if you touched Wario in Yoshi's Woolly World, Yoshi would get like the Wario skin, but in the shape of Yoshi. So it was super cool because you could do it with all of them. And that's what like me and my friends would do. And then we'd go through the game as Yoshi, but like as Kirby or as Mario or as Pac-Man. And it was really sick how like well done it was. I'm trying to remember if there's anything else. But
they just released the Zelda ones for the new Zelda game, and they're flying off the shelf.
Yep. Yeah, like they released a lot of them. Like a lot of the Pokemon ones came out. Like I think you can get like Squirtle, Ivysaur, and like all the ones you could originally change as. Yeah, exactly. They did a really good job. Like I don't know, it was just super cool, and it was cool hunting for them. The only place that really ever carried them was GameStop. Always had a few, but I don't know if you guys have Toys R Us or had Toys R Us. We don't have it anymore.
Yeah, no, we don't have Toys R Us anymore.
Yes, they closed it down. They had all of them. So when Toys R Us was closing down, I went and bought like 20 of these for like $4 each instead of the $12 each and made out like a bandit. I literally filled these 2 bins. So, but
we sell them at my work. So it's cool. Good to get discounts on them. I've got the Ivysaur one, although that was like early days when I had some Pokemon content on my channel and I didn't really know anything about Pokemon. So I bought it thinking it was Bulbasaur. I was like, why is this Bulbasaur weird? And they're like, it's an Ivysaur. I was like, oh, okay.
That's too funny.
I've also got a Mario and a Sonic as well.
Cool. Yeah, you see, people would customize them, and I went hardcore trying to customize this. I don't know if you can tell.
I've got that, but blue.
Yeah, see, it's blue, but I tried painting it black with a black marker to make it shadow. It was very difficult. I did not get a lot of the spots. I tried.
That's cool.
Yeah, so I don't know. I loved them. I love all that Nintendo stuff. So
people just buy them to collect them now, right? They're not really.
Yeah.
Interesting. Very, very cool. Nice. All right, Bo.
All right. So next up is we all know about these subscription-based. Usually it's in comic form, but you get these statues and things like every week, every 2 weeks, you pay $20. And it'll be themed like Star Trek or Star Wars or who knows what the hell. One of the ones that I didn't ever get, but I always wanted to because I didn't want to fall down the rabbit hole. A friend moved to the UK and said, I'm clearing out a whole bunch of stuff, and he had sales going for weeks. And one of them was a full set of the Doctor Who ones. And I went, yeah, I'll snap those up. So it was... Yeah, it was like 2 giant tubs of like statues, man. And what I did was that I decided to keep all the Daleks. So there's like about 10 different Dalek ones, all different colors and all that sort of stuff, right? I kept every Doctor. So there's like 13 of them at the time, maybe 12 of them at the time. And then I decided to keep some of the bigger ones, and I sold the rest. And the bigger ones, I mean, like, for any Doctor Who fan, like that's the face of Beau. Big sort of statue there.
Is that weird there? Because I see those things sometimes in like toy shops and like I see all the Marvel ones at like Go Figure and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I never knew where they came from. I was like, why haven't I seen these? But that must be where they, because the packaging's the same.
Yeah, and they're just so good, man. You know, I just thought I can't pass it up. I ended up buying them for like $3 or $4. I think it was a figure. You know,
nice.
all up. So yeah, I was really happy to get that. Now I've got them all on display, and it's really cool.
Is that all the ones you have left?
Well, no, that was for that round. Yeah, Doctor Who stuff. Okay. That was it.
I didn't know
I can show more, bro, but I'm trying to slow down.
I didn't know you were a Doctor Who guy.
Yeah, man, love Doctor Who. I'm a Whovian, apparently.
Oh, okay, is that what it is?
That's what they call them.
Yeah, I've never been into Doctor Who. No,
and I don't blame you. I don't blame you, man. I fully get it. I fully get why someone doesn't like Doctor Who.
I'm not that I don't like it. I just never, like, whenever it was on, it was just, I don't know. It was just not
the thing is, right, is that I never watched it like the old ones, right? I wasn't a Doctor Who fan as a kid. I just decided to watch it when they redid it, like back in 2000, right? And I just got hooked into it, man. And especially like Doctor Who people understand, David Tennant and the guy that came after him, Matt Smith. Those two guys, man, are just so freaking brilliant. They really are. Even if you're not a Doctor Who fan, if you watch those two actors do the role, you'll get into it. I'm telling you.
Very cool.
Yeah. Most of the people I know who love Doctor Who are real sci-fi nerds. Sci-fi has become a genre I really, really dig now. Like, I never considered myself a sci-fi nerd, but yeah, definitely digging it. So maybe one day, mate. What are those things that are those angel things in it? Where the weeping angels?
Oh, the weeping angels! They are so freaky, bro.
Yeah, someone told me about them, and I was like, "That sounds scary. I don't want to watch that."
It is. They're so good. Those episodes.
Let's get on Norman Rad. All right,
the Purple Man. Yeah.
That was peak Dr. Tennant and Smith.
Yeah.
All right. We're up to round 4. All right. I'm gonna show something for the Star Wars guys. Again, I've done videos on this. In fact, my video, this is one of my most viewed videos, actually. This is my statue I picked up of the Ronin from Star Wars Visions.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah, man. This is so good. I can't remember who made. The stand. This stand. This stand doesn't have any purpose. Like in the instructions, it doesn't say that it goes anywhere. So I kind of just shoved it at the back. But like someone watched my video, I was like, yeah, I've got this statue, and I don't know where that thing goes either. Anyway, I can't remember who made it, but what was it? But it was really cheap. Like it was only like about $130, which for you, Nick, might be what? $80, $90?
Yeah, probably.
I dig that cape.
Yeah, but there's also one from I think Kotobukiya made one as well, which is like 3 times the price, and it looks almost identical. Actually, I think the Kotobukiya one might have his little droid with him as well, maybe. But the statue itself looks almost identical, and this is just so good. Like the way it's detailed. I love. Have you seen Star Wars Visions? Either of you guys?
Nah.
Oh, fantastic.
They just So the first episode. It's weird. I've only watched the first episode of the new season. But the first season, that first episode, I thought was definitely the best episode. It's like they always open with their strongest episode.
Yeah.
But I love that it was all black and white except for the reds. And the whole thing with this guy having a red saber was just like, what?
Yeah.
So like I really want, if they ever do like a proper replica of his saber with the what's it called? What's the sword sheath? Is that so what's called, Nick?
Yep.
Yeah, I would pay good money for.
So what is this Visions? Is it an animated show?
So it's like, can you remember the Animatrix?
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. So it's made by different animation studios, and it's just all once-off stories, all
Disney?
different styles. Yeah, it's on Disney.
Okay.
So they just released the second season. So, but yeah, it's just all different stories made by different animation studios with all different Star Wars stories. But this first one, and they actually did a comic book, just a
really
one
is
shot
cool, man.
of this story. So the Ronin was actually a Star Wars novel, as far as I'm aware.
Apparently, all of Visions was like a novel, but I don't know where.
Well, I know Ronin. I've seen it in bookstores, but my mate, one of my friends, is a massive Star Wars guy. He loved the Ronin episode of Visions, but he said he had the book, and he goes, the book was terrible. He goes, he thought it was so crap.
Oh wow!
But then when he saw, he loved the comic book and he loved the actual animated thing. But yeah, such a great statue. I was stoked to get that. Yes, very good,
mate. I don't even have that, and I haven't seen it.
It's great. Check it out. Honestly, I thought Visions was great.
You like your Star Wars, don't you, Bo?
Yeah, but I'm not a massive fan. Like, I do enjoy it, but I've only seen Mandalorian. I haven't seen any of the new shows yet, and I really want to see the one where Darth Vader comes back. Was that
Obi-Wan?
Obi-Wan, yeah. I want to see that one.
It was okay.
Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm a Star Wars noob too, mate. I just enjoy watching it. It's all new to me, though, kind of like.
I'm definitely more of a Trekkie.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. See, a Trekkie would like Doctor Who, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna swing with Star Wars too. So I showed these in a video on my YouTube channel. So here at Disneyland, there's Galaxy's Edge is in Hollywood Studios, and it's fantastic. It's amazing how alike it is from everything in Star Wars, and you can go into Doc Ondor's and you can buy your own lightsabers. So that's the store. It's not the create your own lightsaber store, that's different. But these are characters from the movie. So it's tough because when you walk in, the guy behind the counter is like, all right, your party, and it was me and my friend who had been there 3 times already before I finished this. They were like, you can feel 3 of the hilts. And I was like, all right. And my friend goes, I want to feel this one, and this one. And I was like, I guess I'm just going to screw myself and buy mine blind because I don't want any of the ones you just pointed out. But they even come in super cool containers, depending on who you get.
Yeah, Battlestar.
And then it's so, honestly, the place is amazing. And then so I ended up buying, I got Darth Vader's. I'll turn the light off and turn it on. They're super heavy. It's pretty legit.
Wow.
It's got everything they did in the movie. All the handles are different and everything, depending on the character you get. Do you guys have Disney at a Disneyland or a Disney World? No.
So I think are they going to make one, Bo? I heard.
Yeah.
In Adelaide of all places.
I don't think it's official, but it sounds like they are. I think Australia are really making some moves, man.
Over here, we dream about Disneyland, right? And going to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah.
I thought, wait, just quickly, wasn't there something about the Star Wars hotel closing or something like that? I saw on Instagram yesterday. There's some Star Wars thing that's closing down at one of the Disneys.
I don't know what Australia's doing lately, but they're really trying to get some shit over here, man. Western Australia put in a massive bid to have a full-on WWE event there, not just a tour. You're a WrestleMania sort of thing. So I'm hoping that pans out.
Yeah, I can imagine it will with everything going on and them being bought too.
Yeah.
This is Anakin Skywalker's from episode 3 after being destroyed in episode 2. And then I'll turn the lights off to show you guys because I love this thing. I smile like an idiot. Be prepared. I smile like an idiot. So
I smile like an idiot.
Oh, here we go.
Hold on.
You're not going to put a robe on as well and surprise us?
I don't have that. They're so expensive there, but
dude,
right?
That is insane.
Yeah, and when you hit it, they make the sounds and everything. But it's so good. They're so cool.
How much does it cost for those when you go there?
So the hilt, the blade for it. I want to say that these were. I can't get it out. Hold on. I want to say that these were 150 depending on the character you got. So if you wanted Ahsoka Tano, you had to buy both. So one was 180 and one was 120.
Wow. So around 150 to 180 US, huh?
Right, and then you have to buy the blade, the part that actually lights up, and that's I think they're between like there's 2 different lengths or 3 different lengths. They're like $40 to $50 a pop, I think.
Okay, that's not as outrageous as I thought it would be. Oh no.
No, it'll go. I have it in wrong. Hold on. Got it. I think the battery's dying.
Use the force.
I know.
And they're rechargeable, yeah?
It's a battery. It's just a simple battery. Like the bottom opens and it just goes right in. So,
that is
so what I like about, and that's a Neo Pixel blade, right?
Right.
Yeah. Because I know a little bit about so good. Because so the good thing about those is those actually go in and there, twist in the blade, right? So when I bought my crappy little lightsaber thing, and this is not like a replica or anything, it's just a random hilt. The how they work is you put the blade in, and then you basically screw like a screw that just kind of grabs onto it, like you just kind of screwing a screw into it. But it's kind of like how is this going to stay in there when I'm flinging it around and stuff? So I really want to get a high quality one like that.
Yeah, no, it's pretty cool. And it's cool because if you go to like the droid shop, like I'm weird. I don't like carrying things as weird as I don't know. I'm just weird like that. You're such a jerk, CJ. So like I just had these shipped right to my house because I was like, I live in New York, so Florida. I was like, I'm not bringing these on a plane and I'm not carrying them all day because you have to like schedule yourself to get an appointment to go into Doc Ondor's. So we got to Hollywood Studios at 9 o'clock that morning. Our appointment at Doc Ondor's was at like 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
But, I was gonna say, like,
like I said, they're heavy too, like real heavy duty. So,
you know what, my favorite baddie is General Grievous.
Yep.
Like, can you imagine? Jesus, oh my God.
I can't imagine the cost.
Yeah.
They have a lot of cool ones. They have like characters from Rebels and stuff. Like they do a really good job in there. Like I said, it's just costly, so but totally worth it.
Oh, do they do Ezra's? Because Ezra's is like a gun as well.
Yeah, Ezra's is like this really thick one. It's ridiculous, and yeah, it's got like the end of it. Count Dooku's goes for like a ridiculous amount of money because it's bent, like crazy stuff.
Wow, man, there must be someone out there who just has them all, right?
Exactly, and that's the thing. Like they try to limit people buying them, and you're supposed to only be in the store for like 40 minutes, and people are in there for like 3 hours. It's wild.
I have no doubt they have Greyman.
Yeah, she's totally right.
Yeah, that's a dream of mine to go to Disneyland and do all that Star Wars stuff. What's going on, Werewolf? Very, very good. Bo, top that.
No way. All right, so let's get this Doctor Who stuff out of the way. 1 sec. I decided to pull out a couple of statues because they are probably my favorites. I don't get many statues, just not that big room, but I do have a few, maybe about 10 or so. And the 2 that I've gotten recently that I really love was Little Venom.
Oh, that's such a good one.
Yeah. So that's probably
that.
Do
you know who's through?
No, I don't remember.
I know, I can't remember.
It's just freaking awesome, man. Because I'm a symbiote freak and I love all that stuff. And obviously, the next one that I got from, I think it was for Christmas. It was either for Christmas or my birthday from my partner, but I got that to match it.
Nice. Are they the diamond ones?
No idea, mate.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, it says there.
Gallery Select, yeah. So,
mate, Venom's massive.
Yeah, man.
I love the axe on that one.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it? I'd love to get like a giant null as well.
Yep.
I don't know if I've seen a null. I mean, I've seen them online. I don't think I've ever seen one in a shop here.
The only null there is that I know of.
Well, here we go.
He's about to show us the only one he knows of. I'll be so happy. Oh, yeah. He really had it.
No.
Wait, that's a figure, though. Is that a figure?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a Marvel Legends figure, right?
Yeah. But that's
Actually,
that's the
I
only
still
null that there is. You know what I mean? Like, there's no
that work,
pop
actually.
final. There's nothing, and I don't get that.
Yeah.
Such a
I thought
popular
Noel was
character.
great. I loved that whole run.
Yeah, it was unbelievable, man.
I got put off Spider-Man when I got back into comics because I love Spider-Man. Like, Spider-Man was my favorite when I was like a teenager reading comics. But when I got back into it, I read one of those Spider-Geddon, and Spider-Verse stuff put me off. I was just like, this is too many Spider-Man and women and animals.
What do you think of the movie then?
The movie was great. The movie was great. But I think the movie kind of, well, it should be interesting because the next one's going to be pretty full on.
Yeah, man.
Spider-Verse-y. So,
yeah,
no, I'm excited for it. We actually booked in to see opening night straight after work.
Nice.
So, pumped to see that one. All right. That was your round?
That was it, bro.
All right. Well, speaking of you showed you'd never seen a null figure, right? So, my favorite DC character is Red Hood. A lot of people know. And because I was kind of newer to comics, Red Hood had that design change. And a lot of people refer to it as like the Mortal Kombat Red Hood. You know, the one I cosplay, like this one, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, by the way, this mask has been missing for so long. And then Sarah found it recently. We were cleaning up my room. She's like, it was just in a random bag sitting in the corner. So I can bring Red Hood back to my channel. But I've always been wanting them to do some sort of anything, figure, pop, statue, whatever. I was like, the day they do a Red Hood with that version of Red Hood, I'm all over it. And then randomly one day I was in Big W. I don't think you guys have Big W over there, Nick, but we've got a place called Big W, which is similar to Kmart and Target and stuff.
Okay.
But they do these 12-inch figures. All those shops do, and they're really cheap. They do Marvel, DC. They're like $15, right? And I could not believe that I came across this version of Red Hood.
Yeah.
I was like, holy crap, they did it. Out of all the figure lines they could have done, they chose the most affordable one too, $15. It's got the first edition sticker on there.
Nice.
I should have grabbed both because what happened was I don't know if it's this one or no, I think it's the other. The first one I bought, the packaging was toasted, like was broken at the corners, but I just had to have it. And then like a few days later, I was like, I want to find another one. And then they had another one out there as well. So this is the more minty box. But I was so stoked that they finally did it.
I love it.
This version kind of disappeared from comics as well for a little bit. They kind of went back to they had a new design where he had armor and the old helmet, and it didn't look very good. Like his original look is great, but I really dig this design because I kind of was like, that's my Red Hood. You know, that's when I was reading him. But now they've had some stories where they've gone back to this as well. So yeah, I was pretty stoked to get this. But yeah, I've got two of them now as well.
That's awesome.
And hopefully they do more things because I would like to get like a statue and maybe a pop. It's kind of like Punchline. Like they did the Punchline pop, but they've never done a figurine or anything. But then there's that XM Studios statue, which is like $1,000 or something crazy.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, insane. All right, that was my last round. Nick, you going out with a bang?
Not like the Star Wars one.
Well, you did that Mario thing last time, the Lego question box.
Oh yeah.
That was like, whoa!
I still have it.
That's sick.
So I'm going to show something comic book related. So I have, my brother got me, I think, all of these actually between Christmas and my birthday. So I don't know if you guys ever seen Avatar: The Last Airbender.
I've seen it. I wasn't like into it. It used to be on in the morning sometimes. So I'd catch some of it.
It's
the blue people.
No. no. Oh, okay.
It's one of the greatest shows of like all time. First of all, But yeah, so I didn't know that I watched it, I guess 2 years ago, and I watched like the whole final season in like one day sitting with my brother because he had seen it like 5 times, and I was just like, this is so good, I can't stop. And then he's like, oh yeah, well there's a show called The Legend of Korra, which comes years after, and I was like, okay, well that's cool. And he's like, yeah, but before you watch that, and I was like, wait, what? And he's like, they did comic books on the in between, and I was like, oh, because Legend of Korra, I don't remember how long in the future it takes. It might be like 20 years later or 30 years later. And it's pretty sick because these books all literally fill in the missing gap, which is really cool. So I've only read 2 of them so far. I'm not completely done with it. But like the way it ends, one of the characters is like looking for her mom. So like the search is all about like the Avatar helping her look for her mom. The Promise goes back to like one of the characters who had a serious swing in the show from being evil to good. Like such good stuff that it's just incredible to read. I think it's so cool that it was actually filled in with comic books rather than being filled in through another show. Because I think The Legend of Korra came years later.
So is the show Avatar done over?
So the show is over. There were 3 seasons. They're called books. Okay. So like they were, because it's all based on the elements. So like the Avatar was an airbender, so they didn't do the Book of Air, but then they did water, earth, and fire.
Yeah.
And then they bring in The Legend of Korra, and they bring in like metal bending and all this other stuff too, which is really cool. Like the show gets deeper into it.
Yeah.
And apparently Netflix apparently bought the rights to Avatar, The Last Airbender, and they're supposed to bring it back again. I don't know what they're doing, but I know Nickelodeon is not involved anymore. So people are questioning if it's going to be like, I don't know if you remember, M. Night Shyamalan did the Last Airbender movie. And it was,
that happened, didn't it? They did.
Yeah, it was awful. It was one of those movies like you saw once and you're like, this was terrible.
It's like the Dragon Ball movie.
The Dragon Ball movie, exactly. Yeah. It was like
because I've never seen the show, but I saw the movie.
Okay, which,
and I've wanted to watch the show.
Yeah. Like it just did the show no justice. But yeah, like it's literally it all comes down to like now that Nickelodeon won't be involved again, which is kind of what happened with the movie. Like they kind of wrote themselves out because they're like, you're not doing what we did.
The show's done, I believe, on Netflix. They're just like it's pretty much done.
I think they just have to post it. It's been done for like a year or two, but like a few people have gone in and out of it, being like, "What are we gonna do?" So,
do you watch Emergency Awesome, the YouTube channel? You heard of that?
No, I don't think so.
Oh, okay. He's this American guy that I watch nearly every day because he seems to know everything about comics and movies, and he's always praising Korra especially. But
cool.
Too, yeah,
very cool. But yeah,
I remember at work, show us the covers, mate.
Yeah, so it's pretty cool. So I mean, this is them backwards. This is 4, 3, 2, and 1. But like, it's cool how a lot of the characters and like little things that happen in the show, kind of like how like there's Easter eggs throughout all the Marvel movies. Like a lot of little things from the show happen throughout these readings, which is it's nuts. Like just how like the writer, because it's the same person who wrote the show who wrote the comics, I believe. So, but it's cool. It's cool to see where they end up and how they keep going. Because I think I read the Promise right after the show ended in like a day's time. But
so why would they only do 3 out of the 4?
I think because even the way like Korra started, like she's the daughter of the Avatar, but she can't airbend, and then Aang eventually doesn't end up being there, so she has to learn how to airbend without him.
Oh, so it is kind of like the 4th, but just they've separated it into another show.
Exactly. I think Korra ended up being 3 seasons as well, but the earthbending season was fantastic. It's so good because the girl who earthbends with them is blind, so when she walks, she just feels everything around her by that, and that's how she earthbends. It's so good. Toph, she's so cool, but it's definitely worth checking out because when Aang wakes up out of the ice, he still remembers how to airbend. That's the only thing he can do. So
yeah, I'm gonna check it out now.
Yeah.
I remember winning a Blu-ray from work of The Legend of Korra, and I said, "What's The Legend of Korra?"
Mm-hmm.
And I copped it, so everyone gave me so much shit for not knowing what The Legend of Korra was.
That's fine.
All right, Beau, close out the show.
Oh, geez. All right. Well, this isn't something that I collect, but it's something that I hope to collect. My brother from another mother on our show, Aussieverse, Sharif, is the custom bound king, and he has such good custom bound omnis and hardcovers. It's really, really cool. The one that I got that I'm hoping to make, there's quite a few that I want to get. The one that I always wanted in an omnibus format was the Marvel versus DC saga. So that was the original series was, I think, 4 issues.
Mm-hmm.
Then there was the sequel and the trilogy that were both 4 issues. And then there was all the one-shots. And then there was the second round of one-shots as well. And then there was even a Wizard magazine that was a special all about the Amalgam Age and all that. And I always wanted all that in one. And you're never going to get it because it's never going to happen, right? So I told my partner, look, this is something that I really want to get done one day. And Sharif hooks me up with the place that he gets it to down in Brisbane. And she went and Claudia, my partner, went and designed the cover and all that sort of shit. And they had to design new plates to be able to print into the book cover and all this sorts of stuff, right? Anyway, it came out absolutely amazing. That's how we got it done for us. Marvel. It's actually DC versus Marvel, but I like to call it Marvel versus DC.
Whatever. You just changed it.
Yeah, because Marvel's the king, man. And I wanted the complete saga, and then she even got that as well.
That's a custom-made cover.
That's
the whole
insane.
thing. I told her I wanted it to be exactly like an omnibus, the Marvel omnibus on the spine.
Omnibus.
So you've got, and they even sent us the plates back in case, like, we ever wanted to, sort of use them or anything. There's nothing on the back, but you open it up. And it's just, I told them what order as well that I wanted it done in. Obviously, it starts off with DC versus Marvel.
Wow.
And you go through it. And I think what I've done is I've put the first 4 issues together. It's been a while since I've actually opened it. So there's the first 4 issues. Yep. And then you've got the sequel, Access. Wow. And then after that, you've then got Unlimited Access, which was the 3rd story. And then after that, I've got all the one-shots.
That's really cool.
And at the back, as an added extra, because I got it randomly one day and I went, yep, I'll throw it in there, was... Here we go. Oh, sorry, I thought it was a Wizard magazine, but it's Marvel Vision magazine. And it's like a Marvel Age issue, and it's just all articles and pin-ups and things like that about the Amalgam Age.
So how do you get the pages for that?
It's the issues, the comics.
It's the actual issues.
Wow.
Yeah, so they cut it up, and they do either sewn or glued binding. It depends, you pick. I got
that's insane
sewn binding.
I've never seen anything like that. That's incredible.
There you go. I'm trying to get the angle right.
I want to get like a Simple Simon omnibus where it's just got all my favorite books in there.
Yeah, man. You can. You can do whatever you want. And I'm telling you, if you don't like the way this is done, like even though this looks like I love it, but other people would want it to look more legit, like a real Marvel Omni, go check out any of Sharif's videos on Aussieverse, man. That guy prints dust jackets like...
I've seen he's got one for Thor or something, doesn't he?
Yeah, man. He's got... Oh, actually, you know what? He actually did me one. Just the dust jacket. Here we go.
I hate dust jackets. As much as I love them, I hate them. Like when I read a book that's got a dust jacket, I always have to take it off.
Yeah. So the original... So the original dust jacket for Thor by Jason Aaron was that, right? And everybody cracked it because we assumed that picture would be the whole thing, So Sharif went out and did it.
Holy crap.
And it's so much better.
How much does that cost just to do a one-off like that, though?
Oh, I don't think it's that much.
Really?
If it was that expensive, I don't think Sharif would be able to do it, because he does it a lot,
What about the custom Omni?
Yeah, like, don't get me wrong, they're not cheap either, but I'm just saying, you're not going to have to, like, save up for months to get one done is my point. I think from memory... actually, you know what? I was going to say, Claudia was telling me that it was quite expensive, actually, because of those plates and everything they had to make. But still, man, if you want it done, you got to pay for it. You're never going to get it.
Right. That's incredible.
Yeah, that's
So that sits above everything displayed like that as well.
Wow.
Very cool. Very cool. That was going out with a bang. That's how you do it, bro. Show us something that no one's ever seen before.
Yeah, that you can't find anywhere.
Thank you.
Very cool.
All right. Before we wrap the show, mate, since we already got you on the screen, you got anything to plug on your channel?
Just the channel, indeed. Come to Aussieverse, go check it out. We have been really slow lately because every member's just got families and lives and all that, but we are going to get back on track soon. We do live chats. We used to do them every 2 weeks or so. Sharif's Custom Corner. We've got Grod's book reviews, all sorts of stuff. Go check it out.
All the links are below. All right, Nick.
Just random videos Monday, whether it be unboxings or giveaways, and then a quick card short on Tuesdays. I usually do Thursdays as my new comic book day haul. I'm actually going to do that in like an hour after I shower. And then Sundays, I just review everything I read for the week. So that's really it. You can hang out with me on any of those. And honestly, that's it. That's all I got. So same thing every single week.
Nice, mate. And what have I got? I've got tomorrow night, which will be probably 2 mornings away for the US. I've got my brother's man cave room tour video. I'm pumped to get that one out because I've been waiting 4 years to film that. I hadn't seen my brother in literally that long, and we wanted to get over there and make a bunch of videos. So
very
glad
cool.
I got that. But that's coming tomorrow. I think that's about it. So thank you everyone who hung out in the chat till the end, and everyone who joined at any point, and anyone who's watching the replay. Make sure you give the video a like, and make sure you follow these gentlemen. Make sure you check out all the previous episodes if you enjoy watching this. How do I end the stream? And until next time, I'm Simple Simon. Keep it simple.